I may start. In some parts of the country, it is the winter season. In some parts, it is still rainy season. But there is one season ongoing which is common across the whole country. It is the marriage season. Good evening, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. How many of you here in this meeting today are single, if I may ask? Please use raise your hand option or maybe type yes in the chat to give me a response. Okay, I do see one hand, and one hand is from my side. Okay, three. Nice. Congratulations to all of you. You all are marked safe in this ongoing marriage season. Our club president, Toastmaster Meghraj, just got married 2 days ago on last Sunday. And to celebrate his wedding, we are having the first ever Tall Tales competition in our contest. Congratulations, Toastmaster Meghraj. You delivered a good job as the club president. Indian weddings, in my opinion, are no less than a tall tale. They are full of exaggeration on the food items, the wedding clothes, jewelry, and sarcasm. Last month, I got to attend my cousin's wedding and I met some of my relatives after a good gap of 10 to 12 years. And when they first saw me, they were looking at me from top to bottom and bottom to top as if they were looking at some aliens. I was there for almost 10 days, and some of my colleagues at work asked me that why do you need 10 whole days to attend one single wedding? I told them, guys, as these days we have pre-wedding shoot, wedding shoot, and post-wedding shoot. Similarly, the weddings in North are like Ekta Kapoor's daily soap, which can go on and on as long as the bride and the groom may be exhausted to the core, or one of them might as well have to faint on the stage so that the relatives can stop taking pictures with them. Well, I was there for a long time and I was away from my desk, so I was missing my Toastmasters meeting. But the relatives at the wedding made sure that I keep enjoying by looking at their activities and also draw parallels between the meeting and the activities at the wedding. What I saw at the wedding at the food counter was some of the aunties while eating paneer tikka were making some sounds like oof, no, too spicy. And I remembered the R counter who keeps track of all such sounds whenever a speaker is on the stage. Poor fellow, he has to make a note of all these sounds, and I could recollect that while listening to them. Also, if you might have seen that the host at the wedding has to provide food and stay for all the guests for all the number of days a function is there. If they are able to provide it for, let's say, 3 days, they get a red card from the relatives. If they are able to provide it for 3 to 5 days, they do get a yellow card. But if the host is able to provide the full function covered with food, stay in a good hotel, they do get a green card. And that is where you get flying colors on the hosting abilities. The priest on the wedding day acts as the general evaluator because he keeps track of each and every activity on the main puja ceremony and is aware and might as well give a report card of what went well and what did not well after the ceremony is over. Well, after attending this wedding and also seeing the different role players, I thoroughly enjoyed the function and came back last week only to hear the news of Toastmaster Meghraj getting married. And then I was wondering why he did not ask us to attend his marriage function. Was it because of the limited number of guests for due to the COVID restrictions, or was it due to the fact that he wants to keep a small and private function? Well, I guess no. It could be because he wants all of us to attend the Tall Tales contest and experience the joys or the what happens at a wedding compared to the Tall Tales and experience it at first hand. Thank you, and over to you, contest chair.